What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Tuesday edition Morning Scone presented by Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Awesome start to the week. Hope the same for you and yours. If you did have the day off on Monday, fantastic. Would celebrate the life and legacy of the late Dr. Martin Luther King. And hope you all, if you're back at work today, hope you're off to a good start, man. Off and running. I'll plug in my Surface here for. Well, what's going on here? Come on now. Shucks. There we go. Okay. All right. Well. So I have a TV in my office now. For those who are not newbies, who've been around for a while, in this office I've never had a TV. So there's been a lot of times doing whiskey and wine or nightcap or whatever, and games are late and this and that. I haven't been able to watch because I haven't had a TV in here. Well, yesterday, the friends from Acadian Home Theater. Oh no. No. I screwed up. I think today we might be no Facebook. I just turned off the Wi-Fi, incidentally. Come on. Sorry, y'all. I know this isn't why you hang out with me in the morning. To watch me fumble around through plugging things in and unplugging Wi-Fi routers and whatnot. Sorry, I know this sucks. But my Wi-Fi's not back. Okay, well. Okay, well, looks like we're going to be YouTube only here this morning. Sorry, I screwed up. I accidentally reset the router when I plugged that thing in over there. So, lost Wi-Fi, we lost Facebook, lost the chat on my Surface. So this is all going to be an all YouTube show today. Trivia Carter's dream scenario, all YouTube today, no Facebook. All right, let's say some good mornings here. Tim Gotro, Joey Vincent, good morning. Awful playoff game last night. Kingsbury and the Cards owe me 4 hours of my life. Hey, bro, you didn't have to watch, but I'll tell you this. I tweeted this last night. It triggered some people. It was intentional, trying to trigger people. But I said last night, man, all these playoff games are blowouts. Clearly, they should just have some people sit in a hotel conference room and decide who should play in the Super Bowl. Trivia, this is my dream. Point being, of course, that you never know. Sometimes you have mismatches. Sometimes you have good matches. Sometimes you don't. That's in every sport. In MMA, people say styles make fights. Sometimes you have fights that are built up and supposed to be the hugest thing ever, and they end up being a total flop, and it's boring. It doesn't always live up to the billing, but when it does, it's fantastic. So you play it out on the field. That's how it works. And that's what college football should be doing as well. Joey Vincent, good morning, Matthew Mascona. You misspelled my name, Joey. I don't know if you did it intentionally, but you misspelled it. Tim Gotro, Jay Benoit, good morning. Matt Plavidal, standing in line at Manny Randazzo for king cakes a few minutes ago. Okay. Well, Randazzos are the best, so I don't know how they get it, like the dough like that moist and soft, the icing that perfect. It's just amazing. Yes, the Randazzos king cakes are amazing. Hopefully Buda Baker is okay. Yeah, man, word was that he had a concussion, and if you didn't watch the game last night, Buda Baker was making a tackle. There was helmet to helmet contact, and I mean he obviously he got knocked unconscious. They said he was talking and he was moving all of extremities, which is great. I know this is going to sound really weird, and so I'm not in any way minimizing that what happened, but if you watch fights, like if you watch boxing, MMA, I mean it's very common that when guys get sleeped, right, when they get knocked out, you stiffen. So when he got hit and went down, you could tell his arm, he was unconscious, and then his other arm locked. So I know it's scary. There's no question. I had a feeling though, just having seen that enough watching MMA that he was going to be okay. Just that was a brutal hit, but yes, very very glad he's okay. Trivia Carter. Let's see, Joey Vincent, happy for Odell, but I hate the Rams. Well, look, I at this point for me, if it's not the Saints, I really don't care unless if it's like an LSU connection. So, Burrow and the Bengals, all the guys on the Chiefs. We have Clyde comes back and Darrell Williams, Tyrann Mathieu. Cheer for those guys, but in the NFC, I don't care. I mean, I'm not cheering for anybody in the NFC. So, me, it's just wagering on playoffs. And I took the Rams, laid the 3, so I won money last night. I was fine with what happened last night. Brady Smith, morning, Matt. YouTube is 100 times better anyway. Well, true, Brady. I mean, keep in mind that YouTube is a video streaming platform. That is the purpose of YouTube. It's to stream videos. Facebook is not, but they've added that component. But we have such a large Facebook audience because I've done the show on Facebook for so many years now that I would be 100% fine if everybody on Facebook said, hey, we don't want Facebook anymore. Let's just go on YouTube. I would be great with that, but that's just not the nature of it. So bring the show where people are. By the way, thank you, Lane O'Glee, morning. Excited for LSU Daily today. Been missing my hit of an LSU podcast. So Lane, it is already live. So my new podcast is LSU Daily. It is live now. Put it together last night. So it was published at 6 a.m. It went live at 6 a.m. So if you go to iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, just search LSU Daily. You'll see it there. The quick backstory, I did Locked on LSU since October of 2018, grew that podcast, part of the Locked on Podcast Network. Great people, really enjoyed doing it. It was tremendous to watch that platform grow. And I'm very proud of building Locked on LSU we did almost 700 episodes of Locked on LSU. I mean, from literally zero to what it became. But we ended up just having a lot of conflicts. The irony is the more the podcast grew, the more conflicts we had. Because the Locked on Podcast Network grew, and so we'd have ads, and the ad integration was sold by the network. And so I just had a lot of conflicts with businesses that I endorse on AFR, and then they had other great, amazing partnerships. Like they did a partnership with Odyssey, and they were growing their YouTube content. Well, Guarantee, my employer, wants me growing YouTube content for Guarantee, and then Guarantee launched the Guarantee Podcast Network, and so it just got to a point where I had to make a decision, and obviously I was going to side with my employer. So, so we stepped away from Locked on LSU. They do have a new host who is set to start. I did have a hand in selecting the new host on Locked on LSU, and so my podcast is LSU Daily. So do us a favor and subscribe up. It'll be less than 30 minutes a day, usually around 20 minutes a day ish, but just bite-sized LSU content. Think of it like the LSU content on AFR condensed into about 20 minutes. So I appreciate if y'all subscribe. LSU Daily. Stephen Smith, Scott Lumine, what's up? LSU 0399, good morning. Ryan Pike, morning, Matt. I know you said you don't bet LSU, but what over/under win total would you be comfortable betting the over on? You talking about for LSU next year? 7.5. If it's 7.5, I'd go over because I think they'll beat Florida State in the opener. I think they'll win their other non-conference. That's 4, and I think they can certainly go 4-4 in the league. I would put you at 8-4. You guys comfortable? I'm not saying what's a prediction. Where would I be comfortable? That's where I'd be comfortable. Tad Page, what's up? Eric Abear, not triggering. You're pointing out the obvious. The playoffs. That's right. On my way to the airport in Colorado, what did I miss the last 6 days? LSU's up to 9 transfer commits now, and the basketball team lost to Arkansas on Saturday. Bummer. Malcolm McKay, what's up? Brady Smith. Dong Fong better than Randazzo's. Those are definitely the top 2. I don't know that I've had one from Dong Fong. I know people say that often. I don't know that I've had one. Keith H., good morning. Looks like some key Tigers are staying. Saw that WR Jenkins has announced he's returning, which is fantastic news. We did talk on AFR about the guys that have a decision to make. So yesterday was the deadline to enter the NFL draft, and so there were some LSU players that had a decision to make, from Micah Baskerville, WR Jenkins, Ali Gay. And so we kind of rated those. And I think the most valuable position, of course, is defensive end. So if you get Ali Gay back, best player at a premium position, I get it. But I think the biggest need is linebacker. If you get Baskerville back, that's huge because you just don't have linebackers. I mean, I think I went and looked up all the numbers yesterday. Mike Jones had 34 tackles last year. The next highest tackle total of a returning linebacker, I think, is I think Greg Pan had 11, and maybe Josh White had 6. I mean, that's it, dude. It's crazy. They're just isn't, they need linebackers, basically. And if they can get Baskerville back, that's huge. Trey Guy, good morning. Yeah, smash that like button, do us a solid. Damon Hinderberger, with Brian Kelly changing culture, do you think he keeps up the tradition of the 18? I don't know, Damon. That's probably a player decision, I would guess. But I don't think that's really his call. But shoot, I don't care if they do. Let's see. I'm a Bengals fan for the playoffs, hoping to see Joe and Jamar 2019 type playoff run. Probably not. I mean, but I do think they can beat Tennessee this weekend. I do. I think that the Bengals can beat the Titans. But you're always leery about, you're always leery about guys going on the road in the first road playoff game, and you're just experiencing those first. And you face adversity in the playoffs, and how are you going to overcome it? So the road may end here for the Bengals, but I'd love to see them win and make an AFC Championship game. That'd be awesome. Brandon, good morning. Great podcast. Thank you. It'll be every day, even on weekends. No, just on Monday through Friday. Hunter Fournette, what's good? Brady Smith, just subscribe to LSU Daily. Thank you so much. Lawrence Burley, good morning. Chris Nelson, good morning. With everything surrounding Zion, does he sign with the Pels? How do you feel about the whole situation? So, with his weight and rehab in Portland away from the team. So Chris, I don't mind him rehabbing away from the team. My feeling is go wherever you can focus 100% on that and getting to 100%. So that's fine with me. That part of it, I don't care. Does he sign with the Pels? Yes. Because the Pels are the only ones that can offer him a max contract. So the same way with Anthony Davis, of course he's going to sign a 9-figure deal with the Pelicans. The hope is that he just gets healthy and gets right. And we look at these first 2 years, you kind of punt them and you realize, look, there was tremendous flashes of brilliance shown, but he was beset by injuries, and he needs to get healthy, and hopefully he can. I'm not going to throw the towel in on a guy that's 20 years old. That's 20 years old and has had injuries early in his career. I'd be more concerned if it was like the Greg Oden situation with microfracture surgery, because that's the kind of stuff that, 20 years old, 19 years old, you're having microfracture surgery. I don't know how you come back from that. It was Zion where he tore his meniscus last year. I mean, like sometimes that stuff happens. I tore my meniscus putting Drew into his car seat. You know what I mean? Like, it happens. You just got to focus on his body and staying healthy. So hope he can. SPC 1689. Good morning. Punter transferring from Notre Dame. Does Peyton Todd suck or something? So what I heard about Peyton Todd is, and Peyton Todd's the kid from West Monroe who signed last year. I heard he can boom it. He can punt it 70 yards. Also, what he has to work on is accuracy. And a lot of times it's okay if you're standing at the 48-yard line and you need to pin it inside the 10. Can you do it? Can you angle kick? Can control? Think one of the best analogies I ever heard was Hunt Palmer. I was sitting in the press box in 2011 with him, and we're watching Brad Wing pregame. And Brad Wing was standing at the 50-yard line, and he was just, coffin corner at the 3, high bounce and come back. He's like watching Brad Wing punt from midfield is like watching a PGA golfer with a pitching wedge in his hand from 50 yards out. He can just make you do whatever he wants. And apparently Peyton Todd's not there yet, so we'll see. Todd Ohms, let's see, guys. It is, what time is it? 7:53. Just a couple more minutes. Do me a favor, smash that like button. Really think Bengals are going to Nashville winning. Maybe. Derrick Henry's back. They get a week of rest. Tough ask. Shane O'Mac. Matthew Stafford got his first playoff win. Then they'll get crushed next week. Totally worth all the draft picks. Maybe. I don't know if they're going to get crushed by Tampa, by the way. I think that's... Because I'll put it to you this way, Shane O'Mac. Tampa's Achilles heel is their secondary. They stink in the secondary. And with Cooper Kupp and Odell and that crew catching the football, Higbee, that's not a bad matchup for the Rams. Ronnie Duga, Oak Point and Central, and Watson is my favorite there. Oh, king cakes. I don't know if... I have had their king cakes. Clint's brought us king cakes before. Mr. CEO, wishing LSU all the success. Michigan fans are in pins and needles with all the Harbaugh to Raiders whispers. That's interesting, Mr. CEO, because, man, a year ago it would have seemed like Michigan fans would have been fine if Harbaugh left. But after the success this year, I guess I can understand it. Stephen DeBessinet, is Gamecoin still operational? Absolutely. When I checked the value, it was essentially... No, that's too many zeros. That's too many zeros. So you might be checking, Stephen, GME. Remember, if you bought way back then and you didn't go through the smart contract changeover, Gamecoin is now GMEX. So if you had GME tokens, then you need to add a spot in your Trust Wallet for GMEX, and your tokens were airdropped to you. So just go into your Trust Wallet, add a spot for GMEX, and your tokens will be there. You'll see them. Absolutely operational. The NFT portion of our platform should be live within 30 days. Ghastly Gamer, I thought they had till midnight last night to declare. That doesn't mean we have Baskerville and Gabe back. Yeah, I haven't seen the announcements. By the way, so the full list, the complete list of underclassmen for the draft, or the draft eligible players, is sent to NFL teams on Friday. So unless if the players make it publicly known, which they could on social media, we'll know formally on Friday. Joseph Armato, Hunter Fournette, Let's go Brandon. I can't do the Hudco Hustle, Brandon, because it's on my Surface. So Todd is Chad Kessler. Chad Kessler was a freaking All-American, man. Hey, Matt, Alcatraz is a national park, not a prison. Hey, Brandon, it don't matter. I'm telling you, my wife is not going to a prison on vacation. Zero chance. Zero. I would love to go. I'd love to go see it. I've been to San Francisco, never been to Alcatraz. I would love to. I'm telling you, my wife is not going to Alcatraz. All right, I got to go. Y'all have an awesome day. Thanks so much for watching. AFR 3, LSU Daily is live. The first episode of LSU Daily is live. So y'all check it out wherever you get your podcast. Thanks so much. Shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. You need an orthopedist, you go to Brock. You need a roof, call Hudco, or go to HudcoRoofing.com. Smash that like button on the way out. Appreciate y'all. Have a great day. Peace.